everyone, Sabrina here from Scrappy Tails Crafts. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another product showcase, this time featuring our new Heartfelt Wings collection. This release is absolutely stunning. It was inspired by butterflies and birds and flowers and just all things spring, and the images work well for Mother's Day, Easter, in general, thinking of you, thank you type cards. And you'll see even at the end of the video, I made a couple holiday cards. So that's always exciting when you can extend the use out of a product beyond the season that it was brought out in. And I also used a lot of older products with the new, so I was able to get more use out of those. So very exciting. I have, I think, at least 20 cards to share with you at the end of the video. And as you can see, it's another humongous release. And I do want to mention that this collection took longer than usual to illustrate just because there are more lifelike and realistic images, there's more details, and I just think it's a beautiful collection. The stamps especially are my absolute favorite. I spent, I'd say, at least 20 plus hours on each of the stamps you're going to see today. And that's just because I was able to put more detail and realism into stamps than I am with dies. With that being said, it's still a die intensive collection. We're still mainly a die company, but I do want to throw the stamps out there because they are absolutely gorgeous. They're my favorite stamps that I've drawn. And as an artist and illustrator, it's exciting to see the progression and the improvement throughout the years. And I definitely saw that with the 3 stamps I'm going to show you today. So enough rambling, let's go ahead and get started. But I do want to mention that I will be giving away 2 $50 gift cards in today's video, and all you have to do is leave a comment down below letting me know what your favorite product is. Also, please, please, please give this video a thumbs up. You know, write your comments, share this video, because this is the #1 way I can sell my products and reach new people. And I spend a very long time in preparation for these videos. The cards that I share at the end of the video take usually over a week to create. So any sort of thumbs upping or anything you can do to help this video go up in the algorithm is a huge help for me, and I do appreciate it. All right, so let's get started. And as usual, we're going to start with the pop-up dies in this collection first, and I wanted to have a pop-up for the bird side of this collection and the butterfly side. So I'm going to start with the birds, and if you guys have been around for a while, you know I love birds. I love drawing birds, I love using them on my cards, and I wanted to have a pop-up that would work well with the birds I've brought out in previous releases, as well as obviously the birds in this collection. So I created the A7 pop-up birdhouse die set. So we actually do have a slimline pop-up birdhouse die set that I will link to below if you're more of a slimline card maker. But I wanted to have an A7 birdhouse, and what's great about this set is you can also make it into an A2 birdhouse by cutting off this top part here. So let me break down what you get in this die set. You get obviously the main base that you cut out twice. Then you get these layering. Then you get the frames to decorate the windows of the birdhouse, the roof pieces that you can make a different color. You get the ovals that actually cut through the base. So you can actually keep the house completely solid and use it maybe as a schoolhouse. That's kind of the shape, reminds me of a schoolhouse. And that would actually work with our village series. So if you have the storefront, the barn, the church, I think this would also be a great addition to that little village series. So I am going to try to make a schoolhouse in an upcoming video, and I might even make an add-on for this set centered around, you know, a school. But we'll see. Just thought I'd throw that out there because I love when you can combine products with other products. Then you get the roof piece. This is another roof piece. And then you get a whole nother part of this die. It is connected at the top with a zip tie, and I know that these dies tend to be more of an investment piece, but that is the reason why I make so many card samples to share with you at the end of this video, just to give you inspiration and to show that you can use these products year round and get multiple uses out of them. So in the second part, you get the connector piece for the top and bottom. Then you get the roof attachment, which if you have the storefront, you know that this is what we use to attach our roofs on almost all the pop-ups. So if you are familiar with those dies, this die will be a piece of cake to assemble. And if not, if you're completely new to Scrappy Tails, I do have video tutorials coming for both of the new pop-ups, so you can see how these cards are assembled. Now I do want to show you a card sample that I made. I will have more at the end of this video, but I do want to show you one now because I know it doesn't look like much in the packaging, and you might want to see how it's built or how it looks fully assembled. So I did design this die with tabs on the roof that you can attach to the front and back base to make it a permanent home decor piece. But you can cut those tabs off and make this card fold flat. So this card, I did build it so that it does fold flat for mailing. So this is how it folds flat. And then the recipient just pops it right back into place. I love that it's fully covered at the top, so it's nice and clean. And like I said, I used those birds from previous releases. This blue jay and this bird was a stamp set my grandma drew a few years ago, and then I used flowers and the assorted leaves die set to decorate the rest of this card, and the flowers are from the garden stand flowers die set. So I love that I created a die that not only works with the collection it's brought out in, but it works with previous products as well. And of course, I had to make a few add-ons for this birdhouse, and I do want to mention that I have my pop-up die set bundles 10% off this week only. Next Monday, they're going to be 5%. So if you like the card samples I made for the birdhouse and for the butterfly pop-up stand, and you want to have everything that goes with them, I would definitely take advantage of that 10% deal. With that being said, all of these products can be purchased separately if you don't want to have all of them, but you want to pick out a few of them. So the first one we have here is the Layering Spring Birds die set, and this one's a lot like our Layering Cardinals and our Parrot and Cockatoo, which I think are our best-selling dies of all time. You guys really enjoy those, and I think it's because they are more simple paper piecing images to work with. There's not a lot of layers. You can see there's a few small pieces, but that is because you're creating two birds with them. And in this, you get like a singing bird. He's kind of chirping upwards. You can put a music note above him and have him look like he's singing. And then this is more of like a chickadee bird, which I also used for a holiday card. So again, I love when you can use dies beyond the season. So that's the Layering Spring Birds. To go along with those, we have the Layering Blue Jay. And what I like about this bird is, one, he's big. He would look really great on an A7 card, but also, I think he kind of also looks like a woodpecker. If you take off the stripes on his tail, you could totally get away with him being a woodpecker as well as a blue jay. You also get a branch that he can sit on, and also the little layering birds can sit on the branch. Then you get the separate flower pieces and the leaves if you want to use them on their own. And then, of course, all of the layering pieces for the blue jay. Then lastly, what I'm most excited for are these stamps in all of the bundles. So this one here is the Birds and Blooms 6x8 stamp set, and I just absolutely love these images. So there's actually 4 birds in this set. Some of them are great to use on the birdhouse. And then you also get a good variety of sentiments: heartfelt thanks, hello spring, birds of a feather flock together, with deepest sympathy, thank you, you make everything better, bless this nest. So I think these are great, just like thinking of you type sentiments, and the images are incredibly realistic and just absolutely beautiful, and they coordinate well, like I said, with my grandma's birds that were brought out a few years ago. So yeah, and then there are coordinating dies, which is also in the bundle. And then yes, the coordinating dies do cut out the sentiments as well. All right, so that is the birdhouse bundle. Next, we have the pop-up stand bundle. So this is the pop-up stand. It's a smaller pop-up die, which I like. I do enjoy mixing these smaller sets in because I know not everyone wants to spend the time to create a whole card base with a single die. This literally takes 10 minutes to fully assemble. It is almost the same amount of time as just scoring and folding a card base and cutting it down. So very simple die. What's great about it is there's already a built-in pop-up mechanism. So if you have that pop-up mechanism for our storefront, it works the same way. You thread the rubber band through each of these slits, and that allows the stand to pop right out of the envelope, which I will show you here. I'll just show you now so you can see what the die looks like assembled anyway. So this also uses the butterfly add-on, which I'll show you in a second, but this down here is the stand, and I did use the decorative pieces from this set to decorate the bottom, but you can see that there is a small rubber band at the bottom, which is already built into the die, so that's nice. There's not an extra step to add that in. So that just folds like this. So the butterfly can fold completely flat inside the envelope, and then it just pops right into place. So it's a nice little surprise for your recipient. And so that's what this die is. To go along with that, we have the actual butterfly add-on, and this is a layering butterfly set. You get the solid base and the detailed wing, and then the separate body if you want to glue that on top. And then this butterfly in this stamp set is actually the same exact shape as this one, but I added a lot more detail. Again, this is where all of my time went into drawing, and I think it definitely was worth it. These stamps are incredible. You get 3 butterflies. This one specifically works with the stand, but you'll see I did make two cards with these that also work in the stand in a different way. You also get some more sentiments. This says a heartfelt thank you. I miss you. I am here for you always. Thanks for always brightening my day. And then this one is called Heartfelt Wings because this is my favorite stamp and pretty much what the whole collection was based off of. Then of course you do get the coordinating dies, and that's what's in the pop-up stand bundle. Now I do want to mention that you can use this stand with pretty much any symmetrical die you have. I do suggest it to be symmetrical because you can see when it folds flat, the sides here, it's a 360 card, so you can see it in all directions. And the reason it works with the butterfly is because the butterfly is symmetrical. So I encourage you guys to check out what you have in your stash, like an oval or a heart or anything that's symmetrical should be able to work with this. All right, then we do have one more bundle, but this is not a pop-up. These are actually my very first layering stencil and die like combos, I guess you would call them. So basically you get a layering stencil with a die included that goes with the stencil. I hope that makes sense. All right, and then next up we have another bundle, and these are not pop-ups, but they are my very first stencil and die combo. So basically you get a 6x6 layering stencil. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 5 or 6 layers to each of these butterflies that create a really pretty design on the actual die. And then the die has etched lines on it, so it creates even more detail. It's kind of hard to explain. You have to see them fully colored to get a better idea. I actually haven't used these products yet. These are the only ones I don't have card samples for. So I'm actually going to be working on a video for these probably tomorrow because they are super cool. So I also wanted to give you word dies. I know every company has word dies and they tend to just bring out the word die and the shadow die in one set. For me, I feel like you need more because for me at least, I don't want to pay for the word die unless it's included with something else. So that's why I ultimately included the butterfly with the coordinating stencil. But word dies are so nice to have in your stash. They pretty much complete any card design. If you're missing something and you want a sentiment, these are the way to go. So this butterfly has hello. Then this butterfly has I love you. And this butterfly has thank you. So I think those are the most universally used sentiments. They're the ones I commonly use, so those are the three I wanted. I might bring out similar dies in the future with more word dies, maybe not butterflies, but some other image, because these are super fun. I love using both of them. And yeah, so I do have all three of them on sale if you want all three. And then we have some standalone dies that work well with the stamps and dies from this collection, but they also can work well on their own. So this is the bird cage die set, and I love this one for the layering spring birds and also the butterflies in this release. One of our design team members, Deepa, used this with our butterflies, and it was such a pretty card. So that is the bird cage. Then this is the intricate rose oval die set, and this is just a beautiful image. Again, it is symmetrical, so if you want to use this inside the base, you can. And then you also get this ornate outlined rose. Very, very pretty die. And then we have this die, which is one of my favorites from the whole collection. It is the A7 Spring Wreath, and it's another huge die. But it is absolutely gorgeous. It's huge, so it works for those A7 card makers, those square card makers, and then you get all of the little layering pieces for the flowers and the greenery separate, so you can layer it on top or use them by themselves. I also gave you the shadow, and you'll see different ways I used it. It's nice to have, so you don't have to cut around all these teeny tiny little leaves. So yeah, that's the spring wreath. Again, the little butterflies would be cute with that. Then we have the slimline butterfly swirl, gorgeous die. Again, this includes a pretty frame and then the the butterfly swirl. You can also cut these butterflies up and use them individually. Very cute. And then we have hot foil. So first up we have the outline hot foil butterflies, and I actually have a few of these foiled. I haven't used them yet, but they are so cute. Let me see if I can find that last one. I can't find the last one, but oh, here we go. Yeah, super pretty. Again, they just kind of coordinate with everything, the spring wreath, the different frames, and then there are coordinating dies for these. Then there's also this A2 butterfly hot foil plate, and this is the same frame as the slimline frame, but it's A2 size. And then again, I have a few of these foiled, and there's also a thanks word hot foil, which I also used on this card. I always think it's nice to have hot foiled sentiments. Yeah, so super pretty. I can't wait to use those. I used them on one of my cards, but I ran out of time and I wanted to make more, so I'll have a video showcasing those later. All right, and then I think all we have left is the card kit. So let me grab that. All right, so in the card kit, you're going to get the Butterfly Kisses 6x6 double-sided paper pad. This card kit is called Butterfly Kisses. It is all butterflies, and I think you can use these in a whimsical way or also a vintage or realistic way. So my 10 card one kit video is going to be very interesting because I want to do a variety of both. You also get the Hello Butterfly stencil and die set. And then you get the Spread Your Wings 6x8 stamp set. So this is another one I drew. This one is available for separate purchase, but in it you get all these gorgeous butterflies. And then some more sentiments that are more Mother's Day themed. So this is I love you, Mom, to the best mom in the world. Thank you for all you do, Grandma. With love to my amazing mother-in-law. I wanted the grandma and mother-in-law because I'm always searching for those, and I don't have any, so I think those are nice to have. Happy Mother's Day, spread your wings. You did it, you're going to fly high. Very pretty stamp. And then, of course, not included in the kit but available for separate purchase is the coordinating die set. Then you also, in the card kit, get this little baggie of sequins. And in this one, you get green pearls, yellow pearls, some little diamonds, and some clay flowers. And then in this set, there's a variety of purple gems and super cute butterfly wing clay pieces. So yes, this is a $60 valued kit for $39.95. So great value and such a cute kit. I will have a 10 card one kit video coming out soon. Then lastly, freebies. There's only one freebie this time, but it is large, and I have a lot of them. There's a lot to go around, and if you spend $125 or more, you will receive this mini butterfly die. And then, last but certainly not least, we have more embellishments. So this time our tin is a circle. No reason why, I just wanted a circle this time. And this one holds 5 embellishments. So basically you pay for 4, you get 1 free, plus the tin free. In it you get the lime green gems, lemon yellow. This one has a mix of those butterfly wings and the clay flowers. Great for shaker cards. This one has light purple and then white pearls, and then some star sequins mixed in. Really pretty. And then this is a variety of red, orange, and yellow, which I think would be really cute for the monarch butterflies. Yeah, then we do also have a few new embellishments available for separate purchase on the website. So if you want to check those out, definitely do that. And I think that's it. So let's go ahead and show all the card samples. And I'm going to show a mixture of the butterfly stand and the birdhouse, just no particular order. Just gonna grab what I see. The first one I have here is this one. And by the way, every single card you're going to see today, I have a video on. So oftentimes my mom will help make some of these cards, but this time I was on my own. So yeah, every card you're gonna see today will have a video, which is fun. So this one I did not add the rubber band, mainly because I plan on just displaying these. I don't even think I'll flatten them, but they do fold flat for mailing. And then again, if you have that rubber band, that's just gonna pop it right into place. I used some of the new gems to decorate this butterfly. So this butterfly is the Heartfelt Wings stamp. I inked it up with a variety of Distress Oxide inks, and then I used a water brush to pull the ink from the stamped lines into the white areas. So it has that really pretty watercolor look. And then again, it's a 360 design, so it's the same butterfly all the way around. And then I went with Sympathy because it is a simple card, and I didn't want to overkill it, so yeah, I think it's really pretty. Then I have a one that matches that one. Let me grab it. But I did a monarch. So this is orange and yellow, same thing, Distress Oxide ink, a couple of the new gems. This one says, I am here for you always. Again, another like thinking of you, I'm here with you type sentiment. Same all the way around. gorgeous set of cards. I love blue and orange together. They're my favorite complementary colors. Then let's show a Christmas card. Why not? So, like I said, there are so many products in my shop that work well with this birdhouse, including our very first stamp set we've ever brought out, or one of the first, which is our Cardinal Blessings stamp set. These stamps were drawn by my grandma, and they are just so cute. In the middle, instead of cutting the windows from the birdhouse, I kept it solid. You can see I embossed the base. I cut the roofs from a darker brown, and then I added the snow from our roof bundle die set to the top of the roofs and also to the bottom. And instead of cutting a window from the front, I just glued that coordinating oval, added some greenery around it, and stamped Joy to the World to create a little wreath on my birdhouse. So you're gonna see some of them I did decide to cut through the base, some of them I kept solid. This one is completely glued shut, so this one does not fold flat. That is an option though. Here's another birdhouse I made. This one features the Birds and Blooms 6x8 stamp set. I used 3 of the birds from that to create this really pretty Mother's Day card, and this one I did cut through the base and I added a little nest behind it. There is a stamp from that same stamp set that says "Bless this nest," which I think would be cute for new homeowners. And then I colored the images with my Copic markers. Here's another butterfly card that I made. I cut the bodies of the butterfly. Like I said, their bodies are a separate die. So I cut those from glitter. Then I have another butterfly card here. This time I ink blended all of the butterflies with Distress Oxide inks. I cut the pretty wing layer from black cardstock, which really makes those colors pop. And then the center bodies are cut from gold glitter cardstock. And I love that when this card spins, you get the full rainbow. I did emboss the base piece with an embossing folder. I did not use any decorative panels on this card. I just wanted to keep it really clean and simple. And then I white heat embossed "Thanks for Always Brightening My Day." Really pretty card. And again, this one folds flat for mailing. Okay, and here's a non-pop-up card, but this one features the Spring Wreath die set and that hot foil frame. So I did show that that frame is A2 size, but I just cut it and made it into a square card frame. And then this thank you is from the Stencil and Die Duo bundles. This is from the Thank You Butterfly set. And I did add shading to these flowers on the wreath and the wreath itself with my Copic markers. There is a designer, or a few designers on my design team, that do this with my dies. They add Copic shading, and I just had to try it, and I think it's definitely worth that extra bit of time. It adds some really pretty detail. And remember that Spring Wreath includes the shadow die, so this yellow was cut from that die, and I wasn't worrying about cutting around all these little tiny edges. All right. Then here is another base or pop-up stand. This time I cut the decorative pieces from white, and I did a white on white, tone on tone look. I stamped a heartfelt thank you, and this oval I used an older oval die set. This is the oval book add-on, but you can use that intricate rose oval instead, which I kind of bit myself. I wanted to use that. For some reason, I did this one. But these are those extra butterflies from the Heartfelt Wings stamp set. I just glued them onto this decorative oval, and I did do 2 back-to-back. This one's blank. I think what I'll do is add a white, plain white oval so that I can write my message here. But this one just folds flat like this. So when you do back-to-back, you don't have to worry about folding the centers. And essentially you can glue whatever you want to this stand by doing that. All right, then let's do another birdhouse. And I have a little set of A2 cards here. So like I said, you can cut the top of the birdhouse off to create little A2 cards, and these are so sweet. So both of these include the hummingbirds, an older stamp set that my grandma and I drew. Again, I used the garden stand flowers to decorate both of these. I used the tiki weave die set to create that texture back there. And then these little windows are actually from the Slimline pop-up birdhouse. On this one I used the heart, on this one I used the scallop circle. So you can really cut any size window you want. I wanted these a little bit bigger for my hummingbirds. And then they just fold like this. Then I went with Spread Your Wings. This one does not have a sentiment because I really felt like there was no room for one, but I added the branch from the Springbird stamp set and then the hummingbird and then some little layering daisies just to finish off this card. And you can maybe see on camera, I'm not sure, but there is that wood grain texture. This is from my Slimline wood grain die set. Okay. Let's see. Here's another Christmas card. This one features the layering spring bird. This is that little like chubby chickadee type bird. And I just added some Christmas leaves behind him. This door is from the Fairy House add-on. So I am using very old die sets, just mixing and matching, which is my favorite thing to do. I used some snowflakes to decorate the front. I did a lot of snow splatter using my Gonzai Tombow iridescent watercolor. I just flicked it on over the leaves, over the door, everything except the bird. And then this is another example of one that folds flat. So I'll just go ahead and show you how it folds flat. Like so. And then, yeah, it just pops right into place. I love how clean it looks. Speaking of, I want to show you the other Christmas card I made. This one's my favorite birdhouse out of all of them. This one I think I glued completely shut because I'm planning on displaying this on in my house for Christmas. But these are the layering cardinals. And wow, they are just absolutely stunning. I did use the wood grain panels that are included in the die set along with the scallop circles that goes around the windows. I did cut through the base and then I just used some poinsettias and the layering or the Christmas leaves to decorate the rest of this card. I did do a little bit of ink blending around the wood grain, and this is just a stunning, stunning card. This is by far my favorite one. All right, let's show another butterfly stand. Again, completely 360. I did add pink pearls all over these butterflies. This one says, "I'm thinking of you." Very pretty. Here's another flat card I made. Very similar to that stand with the oval. I pretty much just embossed the background, added the same oval, the same butterflies, and then sending love at the bottom. Again, you're seeing throughout all of my card designs that I have added rhinestones to pretty much every single one of them, and they're all the new gem mixes that we have. This is another really pretty card where I actually used alcohol inks on acetate to create that beautiful pink pattern on the butterfly. I cut both the shadow and the detail layer from black. I added a couple pink flowers to the wings, because why not? Silver glitter body. And this one says, "Thank you for all you do, Grandma." And because the alcohol ink, well, not the alcohol ink, the acetate specifically does not really fold well. If you have acetate that scores, then it should be fine. But I only did 2 butterflies because these butterflies really don't fold with this acetate. So this is definitely one that I'm going to display. But it's up to you. You guys can do back-to-back butterflies instead of doing the full 360. I think they're just as pretty, honestly. Speaking of, I did make another alcohol ink butterfly. This one's with Yupo paper, same thing. This is like a plastic paper, so it doesn't fold or it doesn't score. So this one doesn't, I'll be honest, does not really fold flat because of that, but they're just so pretty. And you don't have to put these in the stand. You can put this on a flat card and it'd be absolutely gorgeous. These include the layering daisies. Layering daisies, the assorted leaves, the hello from the Hello Butterfly, stencil and die combo, and then I did add another alcohol inked butterfly to the back. And then this has the Butterfly Kisses paper at the bottom. Let's see, let's show another birdhouse. So I created a matching set with both the layering birds and the blue jay for these 2 cards. And look how cute. I used the little flowers from the branch on the blue jay. I used part of the branch down here and then the rest of the flowers. They are separate dies, so you can use them by themselves. And I just cut them from like a really pretty orangey coral cardstock. I stamped "You Are So Kind" in the middle. So these are solid. There's no see-through window on these. This one has the blue jay with some yellow and blue flowers. Happy Mother's Day. Super cute. And I think that's it. Oh, wait. I think I have one more card, which features the hot foil butterflies, the spring wreath, and then this is an older die set. This is the A7 staircase. I have the slimline staircase as well that I'm going to try to use with some of the other butterfly images from this collection. And then it just pops up like that. So it folds in the envelope like so, pops up like that. I also used the thank you from the Thank You Butterfly, stencil and die set combo. And then those hot foil butterflies are just so pretty. All right. And then again, I showed these ones earlier, but might as well show them again because they're just gorgeous. And that finishes off my product showcase video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I will have links to all the new products in my video description. And remember to leave your comment down below letting me know what your favorite product is so that you enter yourself into the chance to win a $50 gift card. I will announce the winners in 2 weeks. So I'm not sure what day that is, but in 2 weeks I will have the winners. And I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you in my next video tutorial. Bye!